Hello guys, hi, I'm Charlie Austin, Hayosutu, and you are here on the Merlin Sage. It's really so nice to have you all here. I'm a philosopher, I'm also a film critic, and I help people spiritually to achieve one's ascension. So welcome to my channel. I invite you to check all my playlists that I have created so far. You won't find many English content as of today. I had one or two or three videos that were produced entirely in English. I don't know if they are still available on some of the playlists, but I'll be bringing them back very soon. And now I have also made the vow to myself that I will start publishing daily videos in the English language. So this message that I have to share with the whole world may reach out to as many people as possible. So let's start our first English video on this channel with my favorite subject, which is Ascension. Ascension, the path to all paths. So I would like to offer you a very simple description of what Ascension is, and when Ascension features on a person's life, at what moment of a person's life Ascension becomes the natural path to you tread on until you reach enlightenment. So first of all, defining Ascension. Ascension is the return of one's perception to its ever-raising, to his or her ever-raising consciousness. This is basically it. It's a process of becoming aware of all the parts of your consciousness, of all the multiple, indefinite, infinite parts of your consciousness. Of course, it will involve them to becoming aware of energy, becoming aware as well of all the perceptions that you have held as true for most of your life, not only in this specific incarnation, but in past lives, in recent past lives, and even the most ancient lifetimes that you might have had in the planet Earth. Is also becoming aware of the perceptions held by mass consciousness. Even mass consciousness is just an illusion of Maya, but let's, for the sake of simplicity, let's take it as a real thing. So it's becoming aware of many levels of perception, your own perceptions, the perceptions of people all around you, the perceptions of the majority of the population, in the planet, and with that, it's also engaging in what I would call as normal processes. It's also taking by natural accord and by natural willingness in some processes that will raise your light quotient. So when we talk about Ascension, we are basically talking about three main processes: returning of one's perception to the whole of his or her consciousness. Secondly, it's kind of naking one's self to all the perceptions that exist and that hold you back from achieving enlightenment. And thirdly, it's raising your light quotient. So that are the three main things that we're gonna deal with in a process of ascension. By the way, ascension is a natural process. When the incarnated part of a soul is ready to undertake this whole journey. So the journey itself, the journey will present itself to the individual. It's just gonna happen, and then you can you can let yourself slide, or like you can let yourself flow with it, with no much understanding of what is happening at any given moment. And of course, even in this more natural approach where you're not going to do any spiritual practices, you're not aiming at seeking for information on the subject, you will get understandings of what is actually taking place. But you know, at certain points in the road, you will see the need to seek for expertise advice, to seek some type of spiritual practice that can kind of link you in all the levels that the process is actually undergoing, its processes and its changes and its growth. And then it leads us to the second way that you can approach Ascension. That is the one chosen for the sake of a need by the majority of people. You will introduce processes, spiritual practices, mindfulness, techniques, presence moments that will aid the process to be streamlined, to be simplified, to be more easily thread on. And that's what I offer here on this channel. Okay, so I don't want this video to really get bigger than it's needed. So let's review what Ascension is. Ascension is the returning of one's perception to the whole of its ever-increasing, ever-raising consciousness. What are the processes that will take part in the so-called Ascension process, which is the main process? So is this return to one's whole consciousness. It's the kind of cluttering of one's whole box or whole set of perceptions about himself or herself, about the perceptions held in his society and in the consciousness of the majority of the population. And third, it is the increase of one's like quotient. So that's what we're dealing when we're talking about Ascension. And thirdly is that it's a natural process, so you can just flow with it, or while and by that I mean not undertaking any active measure to go with it, or you can go with the second route, where you not only flow with it, but you participate in it, you involve yourself in it, which makes it to go way faster. So I hope that this insight is not a really long video, but I hope that these insights may aid you and may aid people looking for a more simplified approach to Ascension. Of course, we're talking here about three major areas in the world nowadays. We're talking about spirituality, although this word is kind of out of date by now. But yes, we're still talking about spirituality in some sense, if you choose spirituality as a pathway to Ascension. And we're talking also mostly about consciousness, energy, and metaphysics. With that, I'll leave you with the thoughts of this first video. And if you would be interested in receiving help in your Ascension process, in your spiritual evolution, I have many spiritual services. I do Akashic records, readings. I also have a cosmobiography, which is a type of Akashic reading, but in a much more profound way. I also offer connection with your spiritual guides, with your higher self, and there is also a consciential appointment that you can do with me, so you can sit with me, you can talk about the things that are reveling in your current life, the things that are of your utmost importance in life right now, and that you would like to get some spirit insight into the matter. So I'm here to serve you all. I'm Charlie Austin Raio Sutu, and I always stress to my Brazilian community, to my Brazilian audience, that the love manifests itself in the world through each and every one of you. So do not forget that you are a vessel of love in this planet. So I'll leave you here with this, and I'll see you soon. Bye.